Grab your nunchucks, straighten that turtleneck, and pour yourself a tall glass of malt liquor, because today we're diving deep into the funky, furious, and flat out hilarious world of Black Dynamite. This isn't just a movie, it's a love letter to an entire era of cinema, a razor sharp parody, and a masterclass in balancing style with substance. When Black Dynamite dropped in 2009, it landed like a high kick to the jaw, both in its dedication to the 1970s blaxploitation aesthetic and its fearless commitment to comedy. Directed by Scott Sanders and starring Michael Jai White, the film immerses us in an exaggerated yet authentic world. Every frame feels like it was dug out of a time capsule, from the grainy film texture to the over-the-top zooms and abrupt cuts. But to understand Black Dynamite, you have to understand its roots. The 1970s blaxploitation movement was bold, brash, and unapologetically black. It gave audiences heroes who fought corrupt politicians, drug-dealing gangs, and the man himself, all while rocking afros, bell-bottoms, and a soundtrack that slapped harder than a back-alley pimp hand. Black Dynamite doesn't just reference this history, it replicates it with meticulous precision. Black Dynamite is more than a name. He's a walking, talking monument to cool. He's an ex-CIA agent, a Vietnam vet, and a kung fu master with a personal vendetta against anyone pushing drugs into the community. His delivery is equal parts stoic hero and self-aware parody. Michael Jai White plays him with deadpan seriousness, which only makes the absurdity funnier. What's brilliant here is how Black Dynamite takes the overpowered, flawless action hero trope and cranks it past 11. Dynamite doesn't just walk into a room, he glides in like the soundtrack itself is carrying him. His enemies don't just lose fights, they get dismantled in such spectacular ways that you can't help but laugh and cheer at the same time. Let's talk comedy. This isn't a modern wink at the camera type of parody. It's a full-on committed act. The movie purposely uses bad dubbing, visible boom mics, and continuity errors to recreate the unpolished charm of the films it's paying homage to. Scenes will jump from a close-up to a wide shot where the stunt double is painfully obvious, and the joke lands because the movie knows you see it. Dialogue is another goldmine. Lines are delivered with the sincerity of Shakespeare, even when they're completely ridiculous. That tonal clash, taking nonsense seriously, is what makes the humor so sharp. One moment you're hearing Black Dynamite swear vengeance for his brother's death, and the next, he's unraveling an absurd government conspiracy that somehow involves malt liquor shrinking certain parts of the male anatomy. Here's where Black Dynamite goes beyond just being funny. The blaxploitation era was often criticized for reinforcing stereotypes even as it empowered black audiences. Black Dynamite leans into those tropes to expose how outrageous they were, while also celebrating the power of representation. The villains are cartoonishly evil, but they're rooted in real-world injustices, from drug epidemics to systemic exploitation. It's a tricky tightrope, satirizing the past without disrespecting the cultural breakthroughs it brought, but Black Dynamite pulls it off by making the hero a symbol of community pride. He's the guy who cleans up the streets not because a government agency told him to, but because the neighborhood is his family. Since its release, Black Dynamite has grown into a cult classic. It even spawned an animated series that ran from 2011 to 2015, expanding the character into even wilder adventures. That crossover between live action and animation only solidified Black Dynamite as a modern folk hero, a figure who can exist in any medium and still keep his swagger intact. What's fascinating is how the film has aged. In a media landscape that's flooded with reboots and nostalgia grabs, Black Dynamite still stands apart. It's not just referencing the past, it's reconstructing it with such passion that it becomes timeless. So why does Black Dynamite matter today? Because it's proof that parody doesn't have to mean mockery. When you love something enough to study its flaws, you can turn them into strengths. The film is a celebration, a roast, and a rallying cry all in one. A reminder that sometimes the best way to honor a legacy is to laugh with it. Whether you're in it for the kung fu, the comedy, or the cultural callouts, Black Dynamite delivers with every punch, kick, and one-liner. And just remember, you tell them Black Dynamite sent you. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Boke-Ben. Thanks for viewing my content, and stay tuned if you want to see more content like this video. Until next time, I'll holla at y'all.